Compound benzoin tincture, commonly referred to as Friar's Balsam, is an adhesive enhancer. People use it to help adhesive products like tapes, dressings, bandages and plasters stick to their skin in difficult environments, like with really sweaty feet or with creek crossings, running in the rain or through puddles. This is what a compound benzoin tincture single ampoule looks like. There's a cardboard sleeve on the outside which holds the removable ampoule. The ampoule itself is a plastic tube on the outside with a thin glass tube on the inside which holds the tincture. On one end there's a gauze applicator, which is what you wipe over the skin to apply the brown liquid. To get the ampoule ready to use, take it out of its cardboard sleeve and put it back in reverse so the applicator end is visible. To release the tincture, look for the red dot and squeeze gently. Well, maybe a little more than gently. That crushes the glass on the inside. This will release the compound benzoin tincture. Turn the ampoule so the gauze applicator is facing down and you'll see the applicator become more brown as the tincture soaks into it. It won't drip unless you give it a gentle squeeze, which you can do if you need to. This will help saturate the tip and may even cause a drop of tincture to come out. So make sure if you squeeze it, you're applying it to the skin at the same time. To apply the tincture to your skin, keep the ampoule angled so the liquid soaks into the gauze applicator at the end. Very gently squeeze it to release more tincture as you need it as you're rubbing it onto the skin. There's 0.6 of a milliliter of liquid in each ampoule. If I continuously squeeze the ampoule, I get 9 drops out, plus the remaining bit that's soaked into the gauze applicator. To demonstrate what sort of coverage you'll get with that, you'll easily cover the sole of both feet. Here I've covered the sole of one lady size 9 foot, plus all of the toes, top, bottom and sides, and half of the sole of the other foot. I need to keep the ball of 1 foot free for the next bit so I can demo the difference in adhesive strength, but I'm confident I could have done both feet at a push. Does compound benzoin tincture really enhance adhesion? Yeah, it really does. Let me show you the difference with a piece of tape on the ball of the foot. The foot on the left has just had compound benzoin tincture applied. The foot on the right is just bare skin. I've applied a piece of fixable tape to each foot. Now watch me pull the tape off with similar force. The tape is much easier to pull off the foot without the compound benzoin tincture applied to it. What do you do with the ampoule after use? Great question, because you really don't want any leftover tincture dripping out and staining your towel, the carpet, your blister kit or anything else. If you don't have a bin handy, you need to know how to carry the ampoule without making a mess. So I did 3 tests. In the first test, I squeezed all the tincture out, then I inverted the ampoule back into his cardboard sleeve in an effort to contain any leakage and rested it on some paper towel to see if it leaked and how much it leaked. In the second test, I crushed the ampoule to release the tincture, but this time I didn't use any of the tincture. I just inserted the ampoule back into the cardboard sleeve in an effort to contain any leakage and rested it on some paper towel to get a gauge of how badly it leaked. And finally, I crushed the ampoule to release the tincture. I didn't use any of the tincture, but this time I left the ampoule as it was with the applicator outwards and rested that on some paper towel to see how badly it leaked. So this test had the potential to leak the most. And here's how the leakage panned out over 30 minutes. Overall, there's very little leakage from the first 2, but the tincture does soak through the end of that cardboard sleeve a little. And predictably, the third scenario saw much more leakage, but still not terrible. Interestingly, after 30 minutes, there was still usable tincture in the second and third ampoules. My suggestion for carrying used ampoules is to put a tissue in a Ziploc bag to soak up any leakage and simply seal the Ziploc. That should keep the contents safe and sound until you can discard it into a bin. It must be said these are single-use ampoules and are intended to be used and then discarded. So please don't bank on there being available tincture in 24 or 48 hours later. And whatever you do, do not tamper with the gauze applicator at the end. That is keeping the glass shards in the ampoule. I hope this demo has helped you understand what the compound benzoin tincture ampoules look like, feel like, and how to use them. They're a great solution for anyone that has sweaty feet and needs their tapes, dressings, bandages and plasters to hold in place, no matter how sweaty or wet things get in their shoes. They're fantastic to add to your first aid kits or blister kits, and they're great for anyone using compound benzoin tincture or Friar's balsam in first aid or medical situations where the use of single-use items is an important infection control requirement.